I want to think that we are the rape capital of the world. We also do very well globally in terms of violence. We are an extremely violent society. We have an unbelievable number of illegal guns. We are also very competitive. We're doing exceptionally well when it comes to HIV and AIDS. Violence at schools. I'm yet to hear of a country that surpasses us in that. And we see a breakdown in relations, especially between teachers and pupils, but also pupils and pupils. We see in our broader society unemployed youth, and the problem is getting more and more serious. The example that I often highlight is what educationists would refer to as the need factor. Need, capital N, capital E, capital E, capital T. Not in employment, not in education and training. Now, within the context of those who are unemployed, you have in South Africa 7.5 million need. We have young people from age 14 to 35 who are not employed, who are not in education and training. That's how you get the acronym. Now, the problem with this situation is that the need people, who are 7.5 million people in the country, and about 600,000-700,000 in the Northwest, is that when you look at their age range, as I said, 14 to 35, physiologically, and they are procreating. They are giving rise to children. So you have this massive subpopulation that is bringing children to this world, which children have a parenthood of unemployed and uneducated. So the malaise of society that is South Africa gets more and more compounded. We have a never-ending race issue in our country. We have a terribly ailing economy. We are the most unequal society. Inequality of a society is measured through the so-called Gini coefficient. Very corrupt society. Very corrupt society. Very, very corrupt. Our people, organizational and institutional capacity in the state sector, this must be desired in many instances. As we speak now, we are facing an unprecedented energy crisis. As we speak now, we have a terrible, highly inhuman, very painful water crisis. 2 Saturdays ago, I spent the whole Saturday in a place called Valmarastad. You know it, I'm sure some of you are from there. And I was doing door-to-door there. And it was very painful to sit down with old ladies who would say, we have not had water for the past 4, 5, 6 months. You and I can't stand not having water for the next hour or two. And then she would say, my neighbor has a car. I want to pay him 10 rand every time I have to go to town to get water. Very, very serious. Now, once we don't have water, when government tries to provide water through boreholes, bulk water supply reticulated, when government tries to provide sewer treatment, then the big bosses who call themselves leaders, especially in local governments, sabotage this. And so you and I end up not having water. Because if government succeeds in providing water to you and I, and they are in the business of water tankering, then the business is going to suffer. How more selfish can we be? So what I'm trying to say is, we are indeed a society that is torn apart by these ills. And I've just enumerated a few. I have not exhausted the list of the painful characteristic features that define the people we are. Why am I going through this very painful list as if I'm enjoying it? No, I don't. And just to give you practical proof that I don't, if they do a roll call at home, I think I'd be killing one at school, I would long have been fired because I wouldn't be at home. If they do a roll call in the office, same thing, I would fail because I don't live at the office. So I don't live at home, I don't live at the office, I live on the road. Because that's where you find these things. That's where you find these things. Yes. And that is why we have people like you. Because you also don't live. You live where the problems are, you live where the challenges are. Now, given that scenario, you need a massive effort. You need to roll up your sleeves and really tackle these issues. You members of the society that we are characterizing. It's not a small thing. Now, because of its size, it needs a requisite confrontation. We need to confront this problem in such a way that we can actually be seen to be understanding the nature of the problem. We can actually be seen to understand the order of magnitude of the problem. Is our response to these issues consistent with the seriousness of these issues? I think it's a pertinent question to ask. In public service, In 1996, I think 1996, I was Director General of this province. And we actually were the first province to launch a beautiful concept called Batupili. The thing about that thing called Batupili is that it is a beautiful concept, unfortunately only on paper. Ke maikarolo a mantle a re sa tsenye mo tirisong. Re goga direthe, re utswa tšhelete ya puso, re senya nako ga re tle ditirong a di tlile, re dira dilo tsotlhe tse di sa nyalaneng le kakanyo kapa concept e bidiwang Batupili. Yaanong ka ga moo ba gaetso go raya gore mathata a re tshwaraganeng le one a ke fetsa mo go a bala, mme ebile go bala a ga one e sa feleletsa. Go raya gore a mantsi go feta ka mokgwa ke a lekile go a tlhalosa ka teng, ka gonne ga ana masole. Masole a ka na le teng a teng fela ka palo, mme ka maikaelelo le maragogo a tlhokagalang ga a yo masole. Jaanong a ke riana ke re ga masole a ka bo a le teng, boima jwa tiro e bo ne bo tla nna bo ntse bo le bogolo. Even if we had a public service that was highly efficient, very effective, that was people-oriented, that was working where the people are, where the issues are, it would still be a tall order.